Mia, you did such a good job with me with the other video on shish kebabs.
you.
I want you to help me with the bundt cake recipe that we
got
had
it.
today. This is a lemon blueberry bundt cake, and we're going to use a cast iron bundt pan. Welcome to our brick oven lifestyle. So let's begin with our lemon blueberry bundt cake. First of all, let's talk about our ingredients. We have 4 eggs, 1 cup of melted butter, 1.5 cups of sugar, a half cup of water, 1 tablespoon of lemon zest. It's usually about 1 large lemon or 2 small lemons to do a tablespoon, 2 2/3 cup of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 cup of blueberries. A lot of ingredients in this bundt cake.
Yes.
All right. So let's begin with, we have 2 bowls because we're going to mix the wet ingredients in one and then the dry ingredients in the other, and then we'll combine them. So let's do the eggs first in the big bowl. Mia. And do a little whisk on those, just to break them up a little bit. There's a lot of stirring involved in this recipe. Next we'll add our butter, melted butter. We don't make this cake all the time, but when you're going to make a cake, do it right with lots of sugar and butter. Mix that together for me, please. Good job. And then we'll put our sugar in next. It's a lot of sugar, but it's a very heavy bundt cake too. And it's refreshing too because it's lemony. Go ahead and stir that up. And you can also put in the half cup of water too if it's a little hard to stir right now. It will help. And then the last thing is going to be that lemon zest. You might have to use your spoon to get some of it out of there. It tends to be a little sticky.
Yeah.
Now you can mix that together good. It takes a few minutes to get it all stirred together evenly. The water just takes a little bit of time to get that to dissolve into the rest of the mixture. Do you smell the lemon at all?
Yes,
Yeah.
it smells so fresh.
It's amazing how just a little bit of lemon zest just smells so good. Go ahead and put your all-purpose flour in. And your baking soda. And then your salt. We'll keep the blueberries out until right at the end after we have everything mixed together. And then mix that well together so we don't have a clump of baking soda in one area.
Yeah, that
It's
would
never
not be good.
It's not good, yeah.
All right.
Now put about half of that mixture into this pan. Good job. It's easier if you don't pour the whole thing in, it just mixes easier. You want me to mix it while
Yeah, you got it.
give you a chance to rest?
Yeah, my arm's gonna be sore tomorrow.
I know.
Okay, now I'm gonna pour the rest of the
Yes.
dry mixture in. All right, you can
And then
stir
some
that.
more mixing. Good job. While you're mixing that, actually, I I will show the pan that we're going to use. This is a bundt cake pan. I didn't actually know they exist until I was down in our local store. They sell a lot of cast iron, and this is a bundt cake cast iron pan, and it's heavy. And I really enjoy cooking in it. It's perfect for the brick oven. So I'm going to actually coat that with a spray. With bundt pans, the biggest issue you will probably have with it is trying to get the cake out after it's cooked if you don't grease it really well. And you can use regular oil like olive oil, any kind of oil you want. You can put some flour over that, but I've found this Baker's Joy works really good. It has the oil and the flour in it. It comes out in a spray. So I'm just going to go ahead and shake that up a little bit, and then we're going to spray this down, coat it really well. Because the last thing you want is for your cake to get stuck in the bundt pan. It's just a disaster. Yeah. And it comes out in a, I don't know,
like a
foam. Actually, I think it's starting to get a little bit low when I turn it sideways, but that's okay. We'll just put it into the pan. And then I just use my brush, and I have all of these little nooks and crannies that I need to cover completely. It's kind of nice with the white color. You can see if you're getting all of this area too covered really well. So make sure you get this inner part too. I made that mistake once. I didn't grease that as well as I should have, and I had a little struggle with getting it out of the pan. That looks wonderful.
Yeah, it's ready.
It's a thick batter.
It is.
It's a little bit like a pound cake. It's a thicker type of cake, but I like the flavor with the blueberries and the lemon. You could put raspberries in there.
Ooh.
You could put strawberries, whatever is in season. All right, last ingredient.
Yes.
The blueberries. I've tried them where they're just fresh, and I've tried them when they're frozen to put in the batter. Frozen doesn't seem to be an issue with this recipe, so I usually have them frozen, so I'm just going to dump them in. They're kind of half frozen at this point, and we'll just mix those in, kind of fold them in like you're doing. That's perfect. We don't want to, we don't want to break them up. We just want them to get incorporated into the batter. And this is kind of a two-person job. It is nice to have the second person. And we're just going to dump it in. Let's turn this. Wait. Sorry, my fingers are in the way.
No, you're good.
Looks good. Instead of really touching this too much, you want to try to keep the batter from getting over everything a lot. You can just really just move it around with your just hands, move it around and let it just kind of settle. It's liquidy enough to do that. And then I think we'll just to make it a little bit prettier, we're just going to clean the sides. It's going to rise probably 3/4 of the pan. I'm just going to get a little bit of that batter off of the area where it's not going to rise too thick. Okay, now we're ready to put it in the oven. We have the oven, we're about 350 degrees. This is going to cook for between 45, 50 minutes, around that time period. And we'll be checking that to make sure, again, it's not getting too brown on one area on the top, and then we'll turn it. Go ahead and set that for actually, let's set it for 20 minutes, so we'll check it at that point.
Okay. So I go all the way, right?
All the way, yeah. Old school. I have to teach you how to use these things. Okay, Mia, you want to put it in the oven, and I'll open the door for you? It's actually really good.
Good job.
Let's check our bundt cake and see if it's done.
Yep.
It looks good. See how golden brown? That's the color we're looking for. It's also pulling away from the sides of the pan. That's another clue that it's probably done. And then the final test is you want to take a toothpick and like go in. Well, I'll do the first one. Let's see. If it comes out clean, that's awesome. You want to try one other spot, kind of in a meaty area like that. Good. Pull that out. Perfect. That's what we want. It's done. So now we have to wait till this cools down. We'll give it maybe 10-15 minutes, let it cool, and then we're going to turn it over and put some powdered sugar on it, and then try it out and see what we think. So this is the Bundt cake has sat out for about 15 minutes. What you want is to a point where you can touch it and it's not too hot, still warm. It will come out of the pan easier if it's still warm. Okay, so we're going to take our cake plate, flip it over on top. This is the easiest way I found to do it. And then if you would take the trivet out from underneath. See how smooth that was? And hopefully if we greased it well. There we go.
That looks so good.
Yeah, so now we can put a little bit of powdered sugar on there. Let me just push it. All right, Mia, put some of that powdered sugar on top. Lift it up a little higher. There you go, not too high. Nice. Uh-oh, the wind's catching it, but that's okay. Looks like it's snowing.
Yes.
Good job.
Does that look good? One more?
I like it. How about you?
I like it. I think it's good.
I'm good.
All right.
Perfect.
Ooh.
If you enjoy our videos and like the brick oven lifestyle, please feel free to subscribe so we can send you new videos and updates.